Today we are going to give you instructions on how to complete your May Adult Virtual Craft Club. We have either reverse canvas bathroom sign or stretch canvas sign. You receive your two canvases, Mod Podge, which dries clear, your dark stain if you want to do your reverse, your sponge brush, your gloves to cover your hands when you are doing your stain, your transfer tape, your quotes, your popsicle stick to press once you transfer, newspaper to cover your area, and your lovely tidbit to read your quote. We have our area covered with the newspapers. If you decide you want to do the stretch canvas or the reverse canvas, you're still going to have to do step one, okay, which is you are going to do one coat of your Mod Podge on your canvases. You're going to have to let it dry completely, so you might want to paint in the morning and then let it dry. Or you want to speed up your process of your work, you can always use the blow dryer to dry the Mod Podge. I would recommend that you make sure that your canvas is completely dry before you go to the next step. Now you're done with your Mod Podge, it's all dry. For both options, you don't have to do the edges, because really, I mean, it dries clear, like I said. It helps when the vinyl is getting transferred onto it. So that's why I decided to go with Mod Podge instead of paint. Our next step is, if you want to do just a sign, the signs just like this one, your next step is, you're gonna get your quote, you're gonna get your toothpick, and you're gonna start weeding all the extra pieces on your quote, both of them, okay? Once you are done with that, you get your transfer tape, you peel it off, but like I said before, pack your patience because it's a little tricky to get it out of here, but it's not impossible, okay? So you place it on top of your quote, you press really, really well with your popsicle stick. Once you transfer your quotes onto your tape, transfer tape, and you are not doing the reverse canvas, you're gonna center it, and the way I do the center is I fold it, I make a little marking on the edges once my quote is transferred here, and then another marking on the middle right here, so I know my middle from my top and my middle for between my quote. And then once I know where I'm gonna place it, I usually just eyeball my signs, and I will peel it off from here, making sure all your letters transfer perfectly here. And then we're gonna place it, we're gonna use our toothpick, and we are going to smooth it really, really, really well. And this is when you going to grab more patience from your bucket somewhere where you have it, and I'm going to show you how to transfer your quote once you're ready to put it on your canvas. Okay, so now I have my quote back where I'm going to put it with my transfer tape. What I have learned is that once you press really well for your letters to stick to your canvas, it might not stick the way that it should. The heat press will be coming in handy, but I know a lot of us, we don't have one, and this is not an HTV, it's just regular sticker vinyl. So what I did was, when I started peeling this, and my letters or my stars or anything in the quote started peeling off with my transfer tape, I grabbed my blow dryer, okay? And I started blowing on it, okay? This helps melt the glue, and it starts helping to be sticking to the thickness of the canvases, to the canvases. Okay, so if you start pulling this and you see that, and once you get, okay, let me rewind a little. Let's see, I have it right here, okay, and then I'm doing this, so my sticker is pulling back, it's not sticking. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna turn on my blow dryer, and I am going to turn it on for a few seconds, maybe 5 seconds at most. Then I get my popsicle stick and I'm going to start pressing on it, okay? Not rough, but you know, gently firm, so your vinyl will stick, because remember it got warm. And then you start peeling slow, okay? If you see that it's peeling off nicely, you just keep pulling. Now once you go to the next line, if your letters start sticking back to your transfer, you repeat the same process. You grab your blow dryer and you start blowing again. Then you get your popsicle stick and you are going to press on the edges first and then the whole letter. Then you're gonna keep on pulling slowly and gently, okay? Beautifully it sticks, but like I said, it requires a little bit more work. If you see that some of them have bubbles, you can go back to your popsicle stick and press, or you can use your finger to smooth your letters onto your canvas. Okay, so you are done. Like I said, if you're not doing this option and you just want to stick to this, you are completely done. Now you want to make this one, this is what you're gonna do next. You are going to remove your newspaper from the table, because sometimes that gets dirty, it gets white, the dark of the ink, I guess, it'll transfer to your canvas. So this is when you are going to make sure your area is clean, and you are going to rip your canvas out of your frame. Do both this way, and then we are completely done. We put everything up and ready to go decorate in the bathroom. If you decide that you are wanting to do the reverse canvas, and then now it's time for us to pull it off our frame and stain the frame. And for that, I usually just pull it off, because I really don't need the back of it. So you're gonna pull it all of it out. Okay, the corners are a little hard, so I pulled the canvas out of my frame, and this is what you're gonna have on the back. Okay, I mean, you can pull the staples, it's a little bit more work for that, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. So now we are going to measure or frame onto the top of our sign. I'm just eyeballing it and see where's my middle. I do my markings on the corners to guide me where am I going to cut it. And I cut it. You can cut it a little bigger if you want to. You can always trim it. I usually just cut where it folds, but I have realized that, and then I have to come back and cut it again. I don't have a ruler, but you only need a 5x7. Okay, let's see what we have here. And I don't see any Y coming out on the other side. So once I know my canvas is the size that I need, I'm gonna put it to the side. I am going to cover my area again. And now I am going to stain my frame. You gloves on because this stuff is pretty strong. It sticks to your fingers and between your nails, and it's just like, looks like you never wash your hands. And with this pandemic, yeah, you gotta cover very, very well your hands. So we're gonna open our dark walnut stain. Be careful because it splashes, okay? I failed to tell you that after you do your Mod Podge on your canvas, you need to rinse it really well so you can use it. But if you didn't, then it's hard now, you cannot use it anymore. You can always go grab a piece of cloth or a towel, a little cleaning rag, dip it in your dark walnut stain and stain your frame really well. After you are done staining, you might want to bring it outside and let the sun dry it pretty well. Once this thing is dry, it's time to plug in your hot glue gun and glue it on your dry frame. Okay, so we are back. We glue it on the back of our frame with the hot glue gun, and this is your finished product. Like I said, I mean, it's your choice. Reverse canvas or stretch canvas. Thank you for joining.